Hello, all you older explorers. Today we're gonna check out daggers. First up's the regular dagger. Scales D in strength and C in dex, with a lovely critical of 130. A standard dagger with a straight blade. Though modest in reach and capacity for harm, this weapon is light enough to jab in rapid succession and delivers devastating critical hits, with the skill of a quick step. Fun. Backstabs, definitely a must with daggers. That's what they're there for. They're there for sneaking around, devastating crits and added sneak damage. Although dual wielded, these things are just a stack of god. Not bad standard 360 damage. All of these daggers I'm showing today are standard, not upgraded whatsoever. They're only running off my stats. Although I have finished the game, so my stats are quite high. Oh, I got a gilded great shield. How nice of you. Next up, we've got the Parrying Dagger. Scales E in strength and C in dex, and a nice 110 critical. A knife with curved handguards designed to parry, turning foes' attacks against them. For masters of combat who anticipate every enemy strike and counter accordingly, this weapon is all they need. As of all daggers, the crits is where it's at. You need them backstabs and ripostes, and with this you have plenty of riposte opportunity. But I really love the parry timing on this dagger, and a 489 riposte, that's beautiful. Even with a spear, these guys are quite hard to parry, but with the Parrying Dagger, pretty straightforward. Swords are just a breeze, no trouble, but these lances, they do take some parrying. Dude with a hammer, no problem, smashed. Who's next? Oh, give me his greaves and his surcoat. What a nice fellow. Oh, I love swords. They're so slow. Easy parry all day. This guy next. Queue up. One for you. Another one for you. Next, we have the Miséricorde. Scales E in strength and D in dex, and with a beautiful 140 crit. This is one of the best crit damage daggers there is. Dagger favoured by military physicians in white. The pointed blade is hard and sharp, making critical hits especially potent. Medicine is mercy, and mercy upon the battlefield is ruthlessness. Beware of the killer's clothes as men of compassion. 474 backstab. That's devastating. Boom. 590 backstab. Insane. And again, 590 in the back. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Yeah, so highest crit damage in the game. It's beautiful. Great knife. Scales E in strength and C in dex, but also causes a blood loss of 38. Large knife with a broad curved blade. This weapon is designed to slash and rend, inflicting blood loss upon the recipient, with the quick step skill. So obviously with this blade, the idea is to slash in quick succession to get that bleed proc ASAP. 455, reasonable backstab. This dagger would be nice to be dual wielded, I reckon. Just so you can get that bleed proc up as soon as you can. Slash as many times as possible. Make them bleed. Okay, we've got the harder dude now with his lance. I'm just trying to get this few slashes on him to build up that bleed. But he gave me his ass, which is rarer with this guy. So I had to take advantage. Using that quick step. Next up, we've got the Bloodstained Dagger. Scale C with strength and E with dex with 38 blood loss. Dagger with bloodstained blade. Afflict targets with blood loss. As blood darkened the dagger throughout repeated slashing and stabbing, the blade only grew sharper and harder. Same as the last one, basically. A really good blood build dagger with the quick step for being annoying in PvP. Next up we have the Erdsteel Dagger. D in strength, D in dex, and D in faith. An Erdsteel Dagger with grass crest engraved upon its blade, carried by Erdtree royalty for self-defense in times of peace. Though forged to a high standard, the weapon is difficult to wield. Attack power also scales with faith, with the quick step. Fun. So yeah, nothing too special about this blade. Downside is that the damage is split, because it's got holy damage as well. So although it looks really nice, it's quite a pretty dagger. Not the greatest dagger in the world. Next up we have the Wakizashi. D in strength, D in dex, causes blood loss buildup. Short sword with a tempering pattern on the blade. Weapons unique to warriors of the land of reeds. Afflicts targets with blood loss. These swords are considered auxiliary weapons, yet one man is known to wield this weapon in his left hand while using the full-size katana in his right. A demonic swordsman known as Okina. I love this guy. One of the hardest NPCs to fight in the game. He kicked my ass over and over again. But it was a good lesson to be learned. Backstab damage on this isn't massive, but it is a nice knife. Nice left hand weapon to go with any katana. Next we've got the Celebrant Sickle. E in strength, C in dex. Sickle decorated with flowers and many coloured fabrics. Ceremonial tool used by dancers during the festivities of Dominia. This attack can slip through any enemy guards. Craft from human bone, grants trace amounts of runes on landing attacks. Nice looking little sickle. As you can see, one hit gives you 10 runes. When they die, you then collect the runes for the death. So, a handy little plus for this dagger is you gain extra runes, but 10 per enemy isn't massive. Next up, we've got the Ivory Sickle. E in strength, D in dex, and D in int. Sickle fashioned from ivory. Weapon carried by aged albinarics. These weapons are evidence of their dedication to the Haligtree, despite never having entered its presence. Again, boring, quick step, L2. But not a bad dagger, I suppose. Nothing too special about this one. Not bad backstab, 406. Nothing to write home about though. Nice quick attacks. Crystal knife. D in Strength, D in Dex, and D in Int. A knife made by sharpening hard crystal, signature weapon of glintstone miners. Used as tool to extract glintstone from broken rock, and as such, a faint magic enwreaths the blade. Okay, so this is not a bad dagger at all. It's got nice backstab damage at 469. Obviously got the nice quick dagger moveset. Pretty standard really. But it's not as bad standard damaging dagger at all. Plus it looks quite nice being blue. Okay, now we got the hard guy. He's really trying his best. He doesn't like his backstabbed. But we're chasing it. Come on, give us it. That's a good one. 3-2-3. Not bad on this guy. Oh, he's getting mad. He's getting mad. Okay then, right up. Next up we got the Scorpion Stinger. D in Strength, C in Dex, and causes 50 Scarlet Rot. Dagger fashioned from a great scorpion's tail glistening with scarlet rot, a ceremonial tool used by heretics, crafted from their relic of a sealed outer god. Nice little dagger this is, although it's hairy. I don't suppose it matters when you're shoving it in someone's back. Good bit of backstab damage, 438, not too bad at all. Same again, quite respectable. But the best thing with this blade is the rot. I was just trying to plough on into this guy to get that rot to go, and here it is, it's building now. So we just back off and let the dude die. As we all know, you don't want that scarlet rot. It's nasty. Here we go. 3, 2, dead. Yeah, quite a cool little dagger. Next up, we have the Cinqueda. D in Strength, E in Dex. Short sword given to a high-ranking clergyman of Farah Mazula. Raises potency of bestial incantations. Design celebrates a beast's 5 fingers, symbolic of the intelligence once granted upon their kind. Very standard dagger, although it boosts your bestial incantations. So, if you like those beast incantations, definitely a good offhand weapon, I would probably think about using. I don't know if the damage isn't that great. 356 backstab, not too bad, not too great, but it's definitely a different dagger. Looks pretty cool. 448 backstab with the sneak bonus, not too bad. He blew his trumpet, so I've got a whole army after me. Great. Oh, he's really mad. But yeah, I would probably only ever use this dagger if I was going ham with the bestial incantations. Other than that, it's pretty much a standard dagger. Nothing too special apart from it looking cool. Okay, next we have the Glintstone Kris. E in Strength, D in Dex, and D in Int. I totally overlooked this dagger when I first got it after completing Selen's questline, thinking, looks nice, can't be very good. Ritual Blade, once presented to Lyondell by the Academy of Reliquaria to celebrate their newfound peace. Though the weapon is embedded with the precious glintstones and features Erdtree ornamentation, the undulating blade is symbolic of an ancient ritual, unique skill, Glintstone Dart. This is unique and awesome. It looks pretty, and that's what I thought when I first picked it up. I thought, yeah, it looks nice, but it's going to be one of those look nice, works crap. The Glintstone Dart is very short range, but if you know the Glintstone Dart's going to hit, you know that your R2 is going to hit. This is very important, because this is where all your damage is coming from. Because you hit them with that Glintstone Dart, which staggers them, even if they have a shield, and then boom! You've stabbed them in the chest before they've even realised what's gone on. It's amazing. I love this thing. I've only just recently discovered it. I think I'm going to upgrade this. See how it goes. So yeah, that R2 is awesome. Not bad backstab damage. 3, 5, 6. Quite respectable. Nothing too fancy though. I just love how quick the R2 comes out. Plus, it doesn't use a lot of FP. So I think I worked out I could do 6, no, maybe more. Maybe 8 darts, maybe 10 to my tiny FP gauge, which I haven't leveled at all. But yeah, I like this dagger. Very cool L2. The distance on that R2 is awesome. It's quite a thing. Yeah, definitely one of the best daggers. Probably one of my top 3. The Reduvia scales E in strength, D in dex, and D in arcane. Causes blood loss build-up 52. Jagged dagger with a distinctive curved blade, used by the noble servants of the Lord of Blood. This dagger rips the flesh as it enters, inflicting blood loss with sickening efficiency. Efficacy. A proud testament to the success of its vicious design. This blade is perpetually coated in blood. Reduvia blood blade. This is pretty cool. Nice backstab damage, 408. Not the greatest, but pretty good. And with inflicting blood loss too. It's going to be quite powerful, fully upgraded. But where this power comes in is the L2. It's got some nice range. It's not one of the best, but it's definitely quick. Wait, it throws out that blood. The only bad side I've noticed, it doesn't really stagger much. It hits them, but they seem to be able to take it. 78 damage, it's okay, but for a dagger with a projectile, it's pretty cool. Got 276 there with the blood loss as well, and there we got some blood loss on that guy. He went down easy. I do like the slash on this weapon though, it's like a backhanded slash. Pretty cool. And with the blood. Yeah, and you can hit them pretty quick and it uses a tiny bit of FP. So you can spam that. I mean, even if you upgraded your FP a little bit. Next up, Blade of Calling. this thing is awesome. D in strength, D in dex, and a C in faith. Dagger given to one who set out on a journey to fulfill her duty long ago. The power of its former owner, the Kindling Maiden, is still apparent. The one who walks alongside flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. Unique skill, Blade of Gold. So who is that, do we think? Melina? This thing I love. I really think it's nearly my favourite weapon, just with the way it looks. Well, my favourite dagger. It's a nice, clean looking blade. Really nice quick moveset. And this, the L2, is awesome. I love how it just extends the blade and spins in that golden glory. Really nice backstab damage. 463, unupgraded. It's pretty awesome. And the L2, not only does it hit quite hard, it knocks them the fuck over. And it's awesome. Look at that. The animation too is phenomenal. I love this thing. And the quick moveset. Look at this. Oh, what a cool animation. Oh! 78 damage through his shield. That's what I love about this thing. It knocks back at a hell of a distance too. But this guy is quite far away. Not far enough. Boom! So I run out of FP there and took it to the face. Getting too excited. But still, without FP, still quite powerful blade. Definitely upgrading this thing. Next up, but by no means least, we have the Black Knife. Strength of E, Dex of D, and Faith of D. So it's a Faith build, but hell. Dagger once belonged to one of the assassins who murdered Godwin the Golden on the night of the Black Knives. A ritual performed on the oddly misshapen blade imbued it with the power of the stolen Rune of Death. We've heard about this, haven't we? Unique skill, Blade of Death. Unleash the power of the Rune of Death to fire off a blade-like projectile. Malekith. Oh, brings back shudders. I love that guy, it was such a cool fight. Hell, he kicked my ass. But this blade, oh, it's something else. Look at that. Just L2, just one shots. A little bit out of distance there, but look at the distance on this thing. And they're dead before they even know they've been hit. And again, we got the hard guy there. We tagged him. Just little tag on the side and he's half dead already. Same as the Blade of Calling. Beautiful animation. And this guy doesn't know what hit him. Because the Blade of Death is out to kill you all. The range on that L2, just like the Blade of Calling, is devastating. Although it uses a hell of a lot more FP. I could only get 6 shots of this before my FP gauge is gone. I think 6? No, maybe it was 4. I think it looks like it's just 4. It was 6 for the Blade of Calling, I remember now. Yeah, backstab damage, not as good as the Blade of Calling. Although maybe in sneaky mode. But yeah, the distance on that L2 is just awesome. Look at this. I have to slow this down because it's probably one of the coolest animations in the game. So nice. Well done, FromSoft. I applaud you. Look at that. It's so cool. And the moveset. You get 2 slashes and then 2 quick slashes. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So quick, so deadly. No wonder this killed a lord. So that is it. I believe that is all the daggers in the game. Let me know if there's any more, but I'm pretty sure I've covered them all. It took me ages to get collecting, farming some of these things. But I hope that helps you out. Till the next time, fare thee well, my tarnished brothers and sisters.